What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Froch, Tyson Fury. Get this. Froch says that Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou is a load of rubbish. He said that Tyson Fury's only reason for making this fight happen is because he knows he has a Netflix show and a crossover fight will fit directly into it. He cares more about the fame and the glamour than he does being a fighter. He says Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder and Vladimir Klitschko, and he is the king of the division. Therefore, whatever Tyson Fury says it goes. If it's Tuesday, regardless if it was actually a Thursday, it's going to be Tuesday in Tyson Fury's eyes. Tyson Fury calls the shots, and he does what he wants. And let me counterpunch. I could have told you that. I 100% agree. I mean, Tyson Fury will claim this is this, and that's what it's going to be. He does what he wants to do. He's a guy that's against all odds. He's against all rules, most importantly. And I think at the end of the day, I think that Tyson Fury is a guy that pretty much lives on his own self-esteem, you know. And I think people like that, if he is suffering from mental illness, I think that's what people say, that they are the worst at dealing with criticism. That's why you do hear things from Tyson Fury, and he does respond a lot to people because he doesn't like to be questioned. He doesn't like to be questioned at all about what he's doing and how things are progressing in his career, because he doesn't follow a certain platform. However, he is one of those guys that he does care about what people think, you know, and he does what he wants to do. I think if anything, Tyson Fury fighting Francis Ngannou, he tries to do things unlike other fighters. So he tries to be above the norm, you know. But I think the underlining is when you do have a fighter that is just as good as you and you don't fight them, you know, there's always room to speculate or to believe that he's scared that he can't win. And we all know what that really means, you know. So I think at the end of the day, you know, what Froch is saying is rubbish. The fight is rubbish. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of his talent, because he could be busy fighting fighters. You know what I'm saying? Which that's just so stupid or whatnot, based on, you know, Froch or whatever and Tyson Fury. But Carl is a guy that one thing you can say about Froch, he's going to talk shit about everyone. So I'm glad to hear him talk more shit about other fighters other than Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? So he will definitely be a guy that will always have his opinion on the sport. But you also have to take into play that guys like Froch that worked hard to prove that he was one of the best, that is proven to be a Hall of Famer, that was inducted. You know, he did those type of things to let people know and understand, you know, by hard work and dedication, that he is one of the best boxers in his era, okay? And the accomplishments that he had are not gone without vain, where it's guys like Tyson Fury that takes boxing as a fucking joke. You know, that's the problem. You're trying to be like another fucking guy that's already existed. You're not being authentic at all if you're doing the same shit that Floyd Mayweather did or Muhammad Ali did before him. You're not doing anything different. All you're doing is the same shit that they've already done. You know, but the only difference is those guys already had their legacy. Tyson Fury, I don't think, has one at all. You fight Vladimir Klitschko and you upset him. You chicken shit run your way out of the fight in the second fight. You stay off and dormant and for whatever for 3 years. Then you come back. Then you fight Deontay Wilder to a draw. Right? Now you got up, okay. But then you beat Deontay Wilder again. Deontay fights nobody else. See, in that point, Deontay's supposed to fight Joshua. Right? Then we would have knew who was better out of those two. It shouldn't have been an Andy Ruiz or an Alexander Usyk at all. By the time those guys came in, they had to fight somebody else. And who that somebody else is, the guy that was at the top. Okay, so that should have already been a guy at the top. But Wilder wanted to do stupid shit and fight Tyson because he thought he was the easier punch or fighter because he didn't have a punch, or he didn't think he had a punch until he got punched up. Okay, and then he had to fight him again. So he wasted a lot of time. So a lot of time was wasted between these two guys fighting each other instead of the progression of heavyweight boxing. See, now boxing is so far behind that we're lucky, okay? We're lucky if we get to see Joshua and Deontay Wilder. We're just now seeing that shit 5-6 years later. They're not champions anymore. They've taken multiple losses. You know what I mean? That type of shit. That's what we're dealing with the sport that I love, that I hate so much. Okay, now this was supposed to be about Carl Froch, but actually it's about the progression of the heavyweight division. But see, Tyson Fury's wasting time fighting Francis Ngannou, you know, and then people think, hey, that was a duck, you know, hey, he was going to fight this guy all along. I can't argue with those people because I believe that. I believe Tyson Fury does what he wants to do, and I think he had his mind set on fighting Francis Ngannou because it's easier to look better and make just as much money against a guy that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing versus a guy that's going to bring you and drag your ass through the ringer. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this rant and Carl Froch on Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!